Screamer didn't work. It didn't want to load. So we're playing Screamer 2, which I think I actually played before Screamer when I was a kid. Right. I think I used to play as Condor. Yeah, I'll stick with that. Alphabets are hard. There we go. Sunday, yeah. Sounds fine. I keep thinking with this like keyboard controller thing that there's like a back button, but there isn't, and I have to remember like how it works when you just press escape. Yeah. Accelerate to continue. Input. Right. I mean, I don't think I knew what I was doing when I was a kid. I didn't care then. But now I want to know, what does forward, F-wood and R-wood mean? Oh, wheel drive. Okay, yeah. Four-wheel drive, I guess front, rear wheel drive. Okay. I mean, there's not even any difference between these two. Nebula or horizon? I think I used to play as Horizon. We're going with Nebula this time. Nebula. Automatic. Right. So I'm trying to... I don't know if this is going to be doable on... What the... Oh, it's first person right now. Okay, how do I change that? Well, it's kind of doable actually on this controller. Okay. How would one change... Okay, we're gonna have to just accept this isn't going... Why would it be first person by default? Who's playing... like that? Okay. Looks like these are my options. I mean, I guess I used to do this one then. Okay. Fine. Let's restart. You know what? I might need an actual keyboard actually. It's kind of hard to press forwards while pressing left or right on this one. See how we go for one race, I guess. Maybe we won't. I could just be terrible, there's that. Alright. Let's cut here and try with the keyboard. Right, I've got a keyboard attached. It means I can't sit quite as comfortably as I was. But you know, it's worth it for all the millions of views I'll get for playing the extremely popular game Screamer 2. Right, now I've forgotten how to use a regular keyboard. Oh, it's easier. Right. Okay. We decided to use Nebula. Alright. Oh no, 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 no. Wait. Okay, I think I can only change it while... Alright, off we go. We got the Anakin Skywalker slow start. Okay. Not quite Anakin Skywalker levels of ability. I'm sure these things are a lot more difficult to control than a pod racer though. Alright, what the fuck, put my keyboard here. Okay, anyway, I'm kind of caring a little bit about winning right now, and I shouldn't be caring about winning because, well, look how it's going. I don't think winning is on the cards. But the main reason I wanted to get back into doing gaming videos anyway was it was actually not because of my incredible gaming prowess. It's more just because... Oh, come on. More... Because... my throat chakra, not doing good. I haven't really been... Yeah, I haven't been seeing enough of my friends, and... I don't know, when I was doing, like, recordings of YouTube videos, I don't know, it just helped me feel open and kind of connected to the world. Like, I mean, there's like endless receiving information from the rest of the world, and kind of, you know, the Netflixes and the news and the YouTubes. I mean, I don't care about Netflix or the news, but YouTube's very much, and, you know, I spend a lot of time watching it. It's kind of a one-way thing, and, you know, I think feelings of connection kind of rely on things going both ways, and yeah, it just sort of helps me, I guess, to just kind of talk to the world. I mean, the world doesn't necessarily have to be listening, but that's okay. It's more or less the same when I talk to all kinds of people. I mean, you know, I could talk to my parents about, you know, gaming or whatever, and, you know, it's not the listening that's important. It's just hey, I'm catching up. Right, I don't care about winning. Right, the idea is to talk. Okay, what do we talk about? Well, for fuck's sake, why? What is it about that corner that makes the car want to just keep turning? They like changed the physics engine specifically for that corner just to mess with you. Oh, for fuck's sake! The answer is yes. Yes, they did. Unbelievably dickish move from the developers there. Replay, race again, exit. Where's the, like, change difficulty to easy option? No, take me back to the... Yeah. Why is this all options? And then game settings is under options. Pro, rookie. Where's like pathetically easy? Okay, we'll go with rookie, I guess. Multiplayer, enemies. Alright. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Done some underhanded maneuvers. Given my opponents some alcohol to level the playing field. Right, let's see if we can do that corner. I think, I used to actually do the manual transmission back in the day. Yeah, none of that right now, thank you very much. So yeah, so life lately, life since my last videos. I still plan to go back to doing Celeste. I stopped because I made like a I made kind of a background so that like both my face and the game could be on the screen at the same time without just like black borders, but apparently OBS can't handle PNG files, which I don't really understand it. It seems like it should be fairly easy to handle. I don't know, on my computer at least, it just made it run super slow. So that was that. But yeah, I'll go back to it, even if it means, I don't know, like, I don't know if I want to stick with the face cam thing. I mean, I definitely want to do it for some projects, like, if it's something that's going to be, like, where you kind of need to see my reactions and stuff. Like, I want to play To the Moon at some point. And I know that's supposed to be a particularly emotional kind of game, which is kind of why I want to play it, but yeah, I mean, something like that I think I need a face cam for. But for kind of long form playthroughs like Celeste, yeah, I mean, I don't really feel mine's gone blank. Yeah, I nope, come blank again. I'm not used to drinking. Been a long time since I properly drank. What was I saying? Right. So, like, if you have a face cam, you kind of need to be I don't know. I feel like I need to be looking somewhat good, and you know, as a trans woman, I don't feel that comfortable with my facial hair, really. I don't have much dysphoria, but that is kind of the area where I do have it. I'd rather it wasn't there. Like, even when I am clean shaven, I've got a bit of a shadow going on. And, you know, I don't really like shaving either. So, you know, I do it when I'm kind of going out and meeting people. And I do it for Let's Plays. But, yeah, I mean, I tried to kind of do a championship. I tried to take the kind of mentality of when you look at dogs, right? My parents' dog Lottie. It's very easy to, like, you know, recognize that she is a girl. And she's got a lot of facial hair, more than I do. So, you know, if I can just think of myself as a dog, and it's sort of, I think that should take care of any dysphoria I have with the facial hair. It might bring about some dysphoria from being a dog. Well, you know, thinking I'm a dog. I think I would feel kind of less attractive if I were a dog. Maybe more attractive to dogs, but they're not really who I'm looking to attract. I'd probably rather date some dogs than some people. But kind of given the option, I would choose like neither. I mean, I never really had a thing for dogs. That's not to say there's anything wrong with dogs. You know, dogs are very beautiful in their own way. They're just sort of not. They don't kind of do it for me, like, sexually. It's kind of like, I guess, men. Like, I can see the beauty of a man, but as a lesbian, it's not kind of the same, you know? So I guess, like, in my mind, kind of, men and dogs, very similar, really. Maybe not that similar. There's a difference there as well, actually. That's harder to pinpoint what the difference is there, though. I guess kind of conversation is easier with a man. Well, it depends on the man. I mean, dogs don't tend to, you know, disagree with you that much. But then, not all men disagree with me that much. You see how it's very important to kind of stay communicative and open, keep that throat chakra active, so you can say a lot of very important things to the world. Like, everyone has to know the things I just said. Sorry, what was my point again? The face cam, right. yeah, I'll probably be kind of more motivated to make gaming videos if I don't have my face cam in, like, a lot of it. Just because that way I don't need to look my best. Like, if I'm going to be spending a lot of time in life alone at the moment, you know, I can't be putting too much effort into my appearance. I have to sort of tell God, no. I don't want to be this alone in this part of my life, and if you're going to make me, I'm not shaving. I do feel better, I guess. When I am clean shaven, I feel more attractive. But I don't spend a lot of time looking at myself, really, when I'm on my own. And I think, kind of, when you're on your own, it's your inner world that's a lot more important. And yeah, also, it means that the entire screen can be taken up with the game. Without any faff, you can enjoy the beautiful graphics. Obviously, you don't get to enjoy the beautiful graphics of my face. But do you need them when you have Screamer 2? I'm not into Screamer 2 personally on a kind of like sexual level. Like, I see Screamer 2 much the same as I see dogs and men. Like, I think it's beautiful, but it's just not kind of, it's not attractive to me. But if, you know, there's nothing wrong with being attracted to Screamer 2, as long as it's consensual. Well, it's not even as long as it's consensual, right? Like, I mean, if you're attracted to Screamer 2, you don't have to act on it. Like, you can ask Screamer 2 out. But if Screamer 2 says no, then you just kind of accept, well, that's just how it is. But you can still appreciate Screamer 2 as a friend, and still see Screamer 2 as beautiful, and just kind of appreciate what you have with Screamer 2, you know? Is this the right aspect ratio? I mean, I didn't used to play it on a screen this size. It kind of looks okay. Nothing looks like out of proportion, I don't think. Does it? I don't know, I think it looks okay. Why aren't I winning anyway? Alright, I don't care about that, do I? Well, I kind of do now, though, because I won the first race, so now I'm invested. It's like a pub quiz that I go to most weeks. It used to be just me and a couple of friends go along every week, and our goal was not to lose. But these days, like, we've branched out. We now have yeah, like, other people are welcome onto this team if they're vegan. I mean, the team name is Vegan Work It Out, and you know, we recruit people from a vegan WhatsApp group, basically. It just kind of ensures, I guess, that we don't end up having to get into that sort of debate. You know, we're all kind of on the same wavelength there. We can just focus on the quiz. Yeah. What was he saying? Right, yeah, so now it's open to any old kind of vegan riffraff from off the streets. We've got a few new regulars now, which has been great. Hold on, this was an analogy for something, wasn't it? I can remember, hold on. I remember saying it's like the quiz. Oh, right. Because now we've got, like, other people who are kind of, yeah, good in different areas and stuff. We've been doing a lot better at the 4th position. Oh, fuck. We've been doing a lot better. We've won a couple of times. We seem to hover around 3rd mostly. Tonight we weren't top 3 tonight. But it was, to be honest, it was one of the more fun nights, really. I mean, it's mostly about just having a good time, you know? Otherwise, what's the point? I guess the prize money, yeah, that's the point, I guess. If you're not going to have a good time, but I guess the ideal is to have a good time and get prize money. But to me, like, I'm not fussed about. I mean, it is good to have kind of that prize money for the next time you're at the quiz. But prize money doesn't sort of do it for me in the way that fun does. It doesn't even have to be fun. It could just be like in-depth emotional conversation. Just kind of connection with people. Like, if you're into prize money, like, well, that's okay. I mean, to me, prize money is sort of like Men, Dogs and Screamer 2. It's like, yes, I like it, but it's not kind of sexually attractive to me in the way that, like, you know, a beautiful woman is, or like human connection with a friend is like sexually attractive. Actually, that's not really. No, that's. Well, it depends on the friend. Like, if the friend is Screamer 2, it's not really attractive to me. I don't drive in real life. I don't have a license. I haven't ever tried to get a license. I wouldn't want the pressure of driving knowing that, like, any mistake could kill someone. And, like, maybe to some people that wouldn't be too much of an issue. To me, I think it's quite clear it could be an issue. I mean, I guess the point of, like, learning is that you learn not to crash. And probably to drive slower than this, though. Maybe I'd be okay if I drove slower, but you don't win races then, do you? So, taking the conversation back to facial hair, and sort of dysphoria and stuff. Like, I don't really have like much in the way of dysphoria as a trans woman. Like, funnily enough, my male genitals don't bother me at all. I kind of like them. It is really just the facial hair at this point. I mean, I've been taking estrogel for quite a few months now. I'm happy with my breast development. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have major dysphoria there either, but yeah, it's like wearing kind of feminine clothes, I guess, makes their that kind of removes it, any kind of that's removed any kind of bodily dysphoria for me. But I don't know, I quite like to be naked sometimes. And then, I don't know, kind of looking down, like there's not really kind of having any kind of visual evidence that I'm female. Like looking in a mirror, I find it kind of easier, because despite the like 5 o'clock shadow and stuff, I see a lot of femininity in my eyes, which is it's kind of where I'd hope to see it, since I do believe the eyes are the window to the soul. But yeah, I mean, I don't sort of spend a lot of time looking at my eyes, you know, if I'm hanging around naked. It's just, yeah, I guess I haven't seen kind of a lot of femininity when I look down, kind of thing. But I think, yeah, the breasts have kind of counteracted that. Yeah, the kind of presence of the masculine elements, like the penis and stuff, that doesn't bother me, as long as there's presence of some femininity as well. And ultimately, I kind of see it as like, I don't really kind of think my body is for me in a way, which is stupid. I mean, like visually though, like if I can get to a point in my life where I spend more time with people, you know, other people are gonna see my body kind of more than I do, like, and I'll be more focused on them. It's kind of not about me, kind of thing at that point. So it's like, if my body is attractive to someone else, and they don't mind the 5 o'clock shadow, then great. And I think I'd need someone like that. Like, you know, you obviously have to be able to embrace a male body if you're gonna date a trans woman. So yeah, like, yeah, it just kind of doesn't bother me a lot, and I love my body, and I do. I mean, there was always kind of some femininity there. Like, I go out at the hips, kind of. I'm quite wide at the hips, and kind of narrow at the waist. I have kind of an hourglass figure, which, yeah, I've been quite blessed in that way. I used to get mistaken, well, not mistaken, but at the time it felt like mistaken for being a girl at times in the past. Sort of bothered me at the time. I wouldn't mind more of that now. But at the end of the day, it's not like hugely important to me. There's just things in life that, to my mind, matter so much more, and as long as nobody's going to be like infringing my rights because I'm trans, no one. I mean, obviously, like, don't bully anyone. It's just a nasty thing to do anyway. But like, if people are going to see me as a man, I mean, there's nothing I can really do there. And I don't have that much. It's not kind of one of my biggest priorities. I mean, I could get more involved in like trans activism and stuff, but to me, the best activism is just being myself and just doing kind of what I want to do, make art, make these videos, and just talk as myself. And it kind of shows the world that I'm a well-rounded character. It shows people that I'm a person, I'm human. Like, I think the media sort of, paints trans people in a certain light. I don't know, I think sort of anti-trans people, I could be wrong, but it feels like they only see transness. They don't see the sort of the rest of the person. And just sort of yelling at them, hey, you see me as a woman out of... should I have another go? That went terribly. Let's have another go. Yeah, I demand you see me as a woman, you call me the right names and stuff. I don't know that it helps much. If they kind of don't like you to begin with, I don't know, just telling them, just accept me kind of thing, is that going to help much? Is this controversial stuff to say? Maybe. Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for, trans activists and stuff. I just sort of question, does it reach the people it really needs to reach? And honestly, just chatting and playing Screamer 2 is kind of more fun to me than like getting angry and sort of telling people to change their perceptions and stuff. I kind of see like vegan activism the same way in a way. Like, I got a lot of friends who like, they're very kind of they're active. I guess that's kind of part of activism in a way. They're regularly posting stuff on Facebook and things to spread the vegan message, and it's great, and I have admiration for them doing that, and I think it's great for like reaching strangers, people who might not have seen that stuff before, but I guess like Right, with like friends, you know, like if you post a lot of vegan posts and stuff, then your friends and family who kind of they're kind of the people you most want to get on board as vegan, really, even if it's not necessarily realistic. But I don't know, I feel like if I just posted kind of endless vegan sort of facts and stuff about animal agriculture, I think they would just tune out. And then I don't want to be a person who's just like one thing, you know? And if I say kind of I mean, I can like the people you're trying to reach as a vegan are non-vegans, but they're kind of the people who least want to hear. So I want to, make sure, my friends and family who aren't vegan, they don't sort of lose the rest of me. Because I think what they're doing in that area of life is wrong. They need to know I love them. Like, everything you do should come from a place of love. All my friends and family are very important to me. And yeah, it's kind of, I think it's a common thing as a vegan. For like the most difficult part is, not fitting in as well with your non-vegan friends and family anymore. And it can be kind of difficult to, see them eating meat and stuff, knowing where it came from, knowing that, what they see as meat on their plate used to be an individual with, thoughts and feelings, a life experience. But you have to understand where it comes from as well. Like, I don't think anyone's true self is evil. We're all kind of born as innocent babies. But yeah, to be honest, like, I think the big thing that stops people kind of seeing the truth with animal agriculture is guilt. Like, it's a blockable feeling, same as any other feelings. Like, I've blocked it myself in the past. I've blocked sadness. I'm still working on trying to, be able to feel sadness. Like it's kind of, I was getting better at that, and I seem to be finding it more difficult to cry and stuff again now. We have tear ducts for a reason. I don't think it's our natural state to be just sort of emotionless, missing certain emotions. Like it'll be different ones for different people. Other people can lose their joy, lose their ability to laugh and stuff. But yeah, guilt it's an emotion just like any of those, and it's another one you can block. And if a vegan never sends you a video of an animal being killed in a slaughterhouse or something, I mean, a common response is to not watch it, to not want to watch it. But if you don't want to watch it, then there's obviously a part of you that knows it's not going to be good, right? And you kind of owe it to the animals to confront that, because any kind of guilt inside you is going to be easier to I don't know, but it's not going to be as hard to confront as it will be for an animal to have to confront their death, because we want bacon. And yeah, the thing about guilt is, having kind of got in touch with my own conscience again, getting my morality from where I'm supposed to, from me, it's just inherent to humans to have this sense of morality until it gets hammered out of us. What was the start of that sentence? Fuck. Something about veganism, right? Oh fuck, it's completely gone. And the more time passes, the further I get away from it. Something about getting in touch with my own feelings of guilt and stuff. Oh yeah, it's not as bad as you might think. There's some part of us that can be very scared of, confronting what we might have done in life, but yeah, the feeling of guilt won't ever overwhelm you when you do confront it, or at least that hasn't been my experience. There can be a lot of separate kind of issues to confront, and to me music's been the best way of kind of addressing it and healing it, because you can make peace intellectually with what you've done, but I think you kind of need art to really make peace with it emotionally. But yeah, it's kind of just a matter of addressing each issue one by one. The actual feeling won't ever get overwhelming. You don't have to deal with it all at once. And you also have to acknowledge it's not your fault. You're a product of determinism. like, millions of years of evolution, your upbringing, society's bullshit, getting it's just nothing we do is really our fault. But nevertheless, when we spot that we are doing something wrong, we do need to change it, because it does affect other people. And other creatures negatively sometimes. Anyway, I've been talking about this way too long. This started out as like a fun playthrough, right? It's just how I do gaming content, whatever comes to mind, whatever. Emotion is the one I feel like doing. I guess that's the nature of getting back in tune with my emotions and stuff. I've become a more well-rounded human being, and I just think there's so much more to conversation and even just like entertainment and stuff. Like, it doesn't have to just be joy and laughter, and in fact I can find that gets a bit boring. That's why I much prefer old Disney films to new ones, because I feel like the emotional spectrum is kind of missing. Not with all of them. I mean, Pixar films are great at it. There is no studio that can consistently make me cry like Pixar films. And in fact, that's probably a good way of me getting in tune with my emotions more. I haven't seen Inside Out 2 yet, and I want to see it. Because Inside Out, the first one, was one of my favourite films. Such an important message. And it's pretty much what I've been saying, like, more to life than joy kind of thing. Joy is great, but it doesn't kind of have the depth of, like, love. Have you noticed there was no, like, love in Inside Out? I mean, well, there was, but, like, there was no emotion, or there was no character love, And I kind of wonder why. Like, I think people kind of we see kind of love and joy as the same thing, and they're very much not. Like, you can have joy and laughter without any love at all. Like, I think it's quite cool these days, isn't it, for comedians to have a go at people for kind of no reason besides to get laughs, really, kind of disregarding their feelings, not really making any meaningful point. And to me, that does more harm than good, really. It's like, if you're a good comedian, you should be able to, find other jokes. Just say no to material like that and write material that comes from a place of love. Because I mean, laughter and joy, like joy and love, aren't mutually exclusive. You can have both together, but my point is they're not the same thing. And sadness very much comes from a place of love. I would say it's kind of compassion for someone, maybe despair at what someone's going through. I mean, even if it's yourself, I guess self-love is kind of love too. feel a bit done talking now, actually. Like, after the quiz, I just hung out with one of my oldest quizzing friends. We just hung outside the pub for hours, just chatting, having deep chats. And it was great. Like, we used to do that back in the day, when we were a trio. We don't do it much these days, especially because he's got a job that requires him to be in Monday mornings. Ugh, stupid car. It's another one of those corners where the developers change the physics. So yeah, I mean, I've been talking a lot. Now my throat is a bit done from talking so much. Especially because I just haven't been doing it a lot recently. And now suddenly it's a lot all at once. So, I don't know, it doesn't feel the best at the moment, but it's going to be good for my throat in the long run. And then maybe I can get properly back into making a lot of gaming content. Maybe cover some I don't know, less heavy topics. Or heavy topics, I mean, just kind of whatever feels right at the moment. I'm kind of tired as well. What time is it? 5:59 in the morning. I think this game is harder than the first one. Or I'm drunker than I was when I played the first one. Or both. We're on the third lap, I can see them all. Come on, this is easy. Hold on, isn't this where the nasty corner's coming up, where they change the physics? Was that it? Did I do it? Did I do the corner? Alright, we didn't get last. Probably did overall. I don't know, I've hardly been paying attention. Okay, well that was Screamer 2. I don't know, I'm not sure I can be fucked getting better at this game again. And in terms of just playing for fun, I think I prefer the first one, really. So maybe I'll come back to that one at some point if I can get it to work on this computer. Yeah. Yeah, they're interesting. Interesting women. I feel like they're kind of pretending to be busy so they don't have to deal with me. I can see there's no customers where you're looking. Hello? No? Alright, well I'm kind of done with Screamer 2 anyway. Thanks for watching, people who watched. I love you. Bye.